Summer Bridge program is a 2-week program for 8th grade students transitioning into high school. Thompson Morrison helped us connect this program called DIG with our big idea of how to reconnect kids with learning again.
The idea in the Scrambler DIG is that we take two ideas that don't seem to have a direct connection, but we recognize that the students' learning is actually driven by their own interests.
Students came in very apprehensive. All right, let's do this. Ready?
First, totally being honest, I was like clueless, didn't know what to do.
Yeah, same here.
At first, it was kind of like awkward, not really knowing what I was doing at first.
And one of the things they always say is the answer is yes. So it started making me feel a lot more comfortable doing it.
Well, can I do this with my learning? Yes, you can. Am I allowed to do this with my learning? Yes, you can. And so the whole idea was that this research was designed around what students really felt passionate about.
So while we asked them to explore the base in the Scrambler, and the base that these students started with was belonging. And the Scrambler all depended upon the pod they were in.
My base was belonging and my scrambler was space. So I started to think about what are some of my hobbies and how could I connect this to me?
My base was belonging and my scrambler was culture.
My group's scrambler was sports. And so I was thinking, how can I tie that in with sports?
And we asked them to fall into rabbit holes of curiosity, to explore their own interests and to find a place which we called a place of wonderment.
I started to research into that and I started to connect them together, and I ended up making a portrait with bumblebees on it.
How I kind of tied it together was I like decorating my skateboard in stickers. That's something I enjoy, but each sticker has a meaning and a certain placement.
And no direction was a wrong direction. Learning was truly theirs to incorporate into their meaning-making project.
I think I had a little bit of fun doing it too, creating and learning about the things I like.
It made me feel more confident, and I think it turned out great.
So then week 2, we asked them, what is your utopia? You're about to start high school, like what's one thing you'd really like to see, or what would be a utopian high school or community?
They started to do some research.
So he's starting, you're starting, you're gonna go here, here, and here.
I see transportation, transportation, energy, yep.
Sounds great. The more plants you have in the classroom, the better the environment.
Yeah.
Even as 9th graders, they have big ideas.
We did ableism and like kind of focusing on cruelty in the school and how to change that. We talked about how we can prevent it from a young age, especially before the problem even starts.
Having a clean environment.
Gender and sexuality equality.
And so at the end of week 2, students took their research and presented it to community members that were from all over our Clackamas County area and shared their story on how their idea could be put into actual reality.
Hi, Colton Erickson with Community Health Plan of Washington.
And Joe Erickson, aide to Representative Lisa Reynolds.
We're so excited to listen to these amazing projects and really hear about the inspirational advances that everybody's proposing.
It's a lot better to use other people's stories than just information, because people tap into their empathy when hearing that kind of stuff.
There's a lot of issues being tackled today that really range in scope, and it's just so amazing to see what's being worked on.
When we experience slurs and the ways we see them are graffiti, cyberbullying, notes, verbal and physical.
We also have other things like solar power, which helps the environment using this power.
The community members are drawn from various parts of the community.
I'm a former city commissioner, so I'm always looking to see who is coming up to fill those spots in the future. I feel a lot better about what's coming up for us in the leadership positions in the city.
We also have Ward Cunningham here coming in from the tech world. He was the inventor of the wiki.
It points in a direction where they're in a leadership role, they're not following instructions.
By the end of the 2 weeks, these kids were lit up. They realized that they made a difference. They realized that their learning made a difference, and most importantly, that they could make a difference.
Combining my interests with my learning, I think that's a really cool way to learn. It helps me learn better.
I thought it was really fun because then you can also get to know people before you go into high school, like some new people, and it was just fun to kind of collaborate and share ideas.
It's been so long since we've worked and hung out, talked with other students, especially our age.
with similar mindsets going into high school. It was great to see their point of views and know how they feel on the subjects we were talking about.
That's what the Summer Bridge program does. It transitions students from one space as this young kiddo into this young adult ready to connect with the world. They also walked away with a sense of belonging at OCHS, a belonging in Oregon City community, a belonging with their adult peers in the community. They proved to themselves that they can share the ideas that matter to them in a way that gives them hope for their future. And it should be had every year.